So this particular complaint is in response to Vaping Minuteman in regards to his video that he put up called "A Little Message for Little Eddie A." It was published on May 16, 2019 on the NVR network. And so, as I stated in the other video, that I will report Vaping Minuteman and this whole do-it-yourself e-liquid situation. I reported it already to the Food and Drug Administration. That's in the Food and Drug Administration Complaint 1, uploaded onto this channel. And then I stated after he did this little stint here that I would report him to the West Virginia to the West Virginia government. Anyway, and I decided, well, let's not wait until Monday. Let's not wait until Monday that is on, let's not wait until May 20th, 2019 to mail this out certified. So I thought, well, let me go onto their website and report Vaping Minuteman that way. So I found an area where I could report them and include all that I needed to include in this particular complaint to West Virginia authorities and let them deal with him accordingly. So as you see on the screen, and I redacted what needed to be redacted. But anyway, it says Criminal Investigations Division, Charleston, West Virginia. The West Virginia Tax Department's Criminal Investigations Division conducts criminal investigations of alleged tax evasions, improper or fraudulent tax activities, and other related issues. He mainly falls under other related issues, but he can also fall under improper tax activities, according to West Virginia state statute. Because I did my research on their particular laws before I did this complaint, so I could frame the complaint accordingly. So it says, and so this is my complaint now to the West Virginia's authorities. I reported Robert H., left blank intentionally for YouTube, to the Food and Drug Administration, FDA, on May 15, 2019. Potential tobacco violation report ID 19E00163 received. The following is the same complaint I sent to the FDA, to whom it may concern. I would like to bring this complaint from a concerned consumer to the attention of the United States Food and Drug Administration Center for Tobacco Products, a domestic company, self-employed, in the United States of America, which is selling and/or manufacturing vapor products for the purpose of profit, as a manufacturing retailer, which have manufactured finished products post August 8, 2016 without FDA marketing orders on any of the products. Vaping M, left blank intentionally for YouTube, of YouTube channel NV- left blank intentionally for YouTube, or true birth name Robert H, left blank intentionally for YouTube. Manufactures, fabricates, assembles, processes, and labels finished tobacco products, e-liquids, as a do-it-yourself product or DIY, as if it denotes personal consumption. The e-liquid falls under various names shown below as a verified example. E-liquid blends, which consist of flavors, vegetable glycerin, and propylene glycol are components. Sometimes the percentages or ratio of viscosity is chosen by the purchaser or the retailer manufacturer. A menu list of subtitled names can be chosen from, as shown below as a verified example, by the purchaser from a list in a personal email. At times, the USPS package includes free samples. The following URL links are of NV- left blank intentionally for YouTube network YouTube channel. April 2nd, 2019, time to DIY with Professor Minuteman. And then I give the link. And then it says at these particular time stamps, I think I dumped it out because I haven't made any liquid since then. I'll check my bathroom. I burnt the e-liquid. Yes, I did. I left that sucker on for at least a day by accident. And this is what happened to my bottle. I've got to take this and I've got to really scrubbing out cause it is bad. I literally came in here and I saw that top popped up and I was like, oh my goodness, I can't believe I did that. If you see my list of what if I mean, technically I have 20 that I could sell. I'm trying to follow the FDA. I don't believe in creating a new recipe every day and selling them here in America. I mean, I'll be honest with you, I might sell one here on the side to a friend for a donation, but I'm not selling it. They're donating money to it. In various YouTube videos uploaded in live streams, see attachment, Robert H., left blank intentionally for YouTube, speaks of selling his e-liquids for personal gain or profit. Sometimes in direct terms, other times less so. Implicitly or explicitly, the message is conveyed and understood by the viewership that Robert H. left blank intentionally for YouTube, alias YouTube channel NV-left blank intentionally for YouTube network and or vaping left blank intentionally for YouTube will sell his processed e-liquids for a profit, US dollar. The do-it-yourself DIY e-liquid is manufactured at his private residence, left blank intentionally for YouTube, phone numbers, left blank intentionally for YouTube, email address, vaping, left blank intentionally for YouTube, and date of birth, January 24th, 1981. Of course, all this is filled in as far as the left blank intentionally for YouTube to the West Virginia authorities. Goes on to say the e-liquid is purchased in usually 120 milliliter plastic bottles without general certificates of conformity from the Consumer Product Safety Commission, with an upfront cost price of the e-liquid plus a handling and shipping charge. United States Postal Service priority mail paid in advance via the Facebook social media website. The financial transaction appears as a donation to the manufacturer retailer Robert H. left blank intentionally for YouTube, even though the cost of the e-liquid is for personal gain or profit. Robert H. left blank intentionally for YouTube verified e-liquid manual list, self-titled as sent in an email, reads as the following in exact format, movie icon liquids, and then you see what it is all about. And I'll tell you, as a side note, a lot of this stuff wasn't too bad, but who knows how it was made. You never know. So it says a 630 ml bottle sample pack is $45 donation. A 120 ml bottle is $25 donation. Shipping is $7.20 unless ordering $95 or more. End. None of the above listed e-liquids have a formal registered business location, employer identification number listed with the Internal Revenue Service as a formal business and or with the West Virginia Secretary of State under business and licensing. Tara Gooden Rabin, formerly Tara Gooden, since married, public affairs and press officer at the United States Food and Drug Administration, responded to an email of mine on July 5th, 2016. See attachment, read in part or read in part. You have indicated that you are a consumer that mixes e-liquids in your home for personal use. If you are mixing these components for personal consumption only, then you are not regulated by the FDA. If you are mixing these components and then selling them to others, you would be considered both a retailer and a manufacturer. A retailer includes any person who sells tobacco products to individuals for personal consumption. A manufacturer means any person, including any repacker or relabeler, who manufactures, fabricates, assembles, processes, or labels a finished tobacco product. The new rules will have no impact on your ability to be able to purchase your components and make e-liquids for your personal use. However, they are designed to ensure that whatever you choose to purchase is safe for consumption, emphasis added. The self-titled e-liquids are not in compliance with the following. The FDA found a rule deeming tobacco products to be subject to the Federal Food, Drug, Cosmetic Act Federal Register of May 10, 2016, subjects all manufacturers and or retailers of newly regulated tobacco products to any applicable provisions, below noted, bringing them in line with other tobacco products. The FDA is regulated under the Family Smoking Prevention and Tobacco Control Act of 2009, Public Law Number 111-31, June 22, 2009. Since 2009, these requirements include registering manufacturing establishments and providing product listings to the FDA, reporting ingredients of harmful and potentially harmful constituents, requiring pre-market review and authorization of new tobacco products by the FDA, placing health warnings on product packages and advertisements. None of the applicable requirements are adhered to by Robert H., left blank intentionally for YouTube. Also, I would like to add the following. Robert H., left blank intentionally for YouTube, posted a YouTube video on May 16, 2019, stating that he has a WV or West Virginia Business Registration Certificate. The certificate, which was issued on March 20th, 2017, it was a website in which Robert H., left blank intentionally for YouTube, sold various non-do-it-yourself e-liquids from commercial companies. He was the retailer of such e-liquids. In 2018, Robert H., left blank intentionally for YouTube, sold me do-it-yourself e-liquids via Facebook Messenger as follows. Facebook retweeted on May 13, 2019. Payment history to Robert, left blank intentionally for YouTube, sent to Robert, left blank intentionally for YouTube. Completed date sent August 6, 2018 for repay. And then you see the rest. And then you see the rest. You see the rest. And then you see the rest. See the rest. So I go on to say, continuing on, Robert H., left blank intentionally for YouTube, manufactured and sold these e-liquids listed above from his apartment without a certified ISO lab or in unsanitary conditions. Furthermore, the e-liquids were manufactured post-August 8, 2016 in violation of the Tobacco Control Act 2009, as well as the FDA final rule May 10, 2016, which all states and the territories must adhere to such federal statutes. Robert H., left blank intentionally for YouTube, stated via a slick way or trickery that the monies he made were to be understood as donations, when in fact, Robert H., left blank intentionally for YouTube, pocketed the monies without paying West Virginia state tax on any and all e-liquid sales. I would like Robert H., left blank intentionally for YouTube, to undergo an investigation to either hold him accountable for his criminal activity via interstate commerce and or to discontinue selling these adulterated and misbranded e-liquids, which were manufactured under unsanitary conditions. Furthermore, Robert H., left blank intentionally for YouTube, does not have the required West Virginia Business Registration Certificate to sell these e-liquid products via promotion and or advertising on his YouTube channel, NV-left blank intentionally for YouTube network, and or all social media platforms, Facebook, etc. Thank you for your attention to this matter. If you need further information, do not hesitate to contact me via email, a phone call, or through the United States mail. I certify that the above statements are true to the best of my knowledge and belief. I further state that if any of the above statements made by me are maliciously false, I'm subject to punishment by law. Left blank intentionally for YouTube. And then the response I received is online criminal investigation information referral form. Thank you for submitting your online criminal investigation information referral form. So, I guess we will leave this up to West Virginia to handle Vaping Minuteman or Robert H. Let Robert H. explain to the authorities in West Virginia this supposedly West Virginia business registration certificate. Now, I know for a fact that that particular thing was on for his website when he was selling like Smiley e-liquids and pumpkin, or there were many other e-liquids. And I had bought those particular e-liquids on that website. He made especially off the website, he made a pretty good penny off of me, actually. That particular certificate is for that website that he had. That has nothing at all to do with these do-it-yourself e-liquids, which really he's a manufacturer of and a retailer of. This certificate does not apply to these quote-unquote do-it-yourself e-liquids. So, if he thinks otherwise, well, guess what? Once again, not only will you have the FDA and CTP knocking on your door, so to speak, but now you have the West Virginia authorities knocking on your door. I wonder who's going to show up first. So, my best advice to you, Robert H., outside of making sure you have an attorney, but my best advice for you, Robert H., is this. Think before you act. When you put up a little video called a little message for a little Eddie A, and try to smoosh that into my face, right now I am in the mode of reporting people. You understand that? It's past May 7th, 2019. I am in that mode, and I will not stop that mode at all. Now, if you want to stay outside of that mode that I'm in, then you oughtn't do these kinds of things to aggravate the situation so you wind up being reported again. So I could report you the Consumer Product Safety Commission if you like. It's fine with me. Absolutely. I report you to them. And then you can answer to them as far as your bottles are concerned with your do-it-yourself e-liquids. Have you did any testing on those particular bottles? You have to test those bottles that you are putting your e-liquids in and selling them to others. You actually have to test those bottles and make sure you have general certificates of conformity on those bottles. Now, once again, Robert H., think before you act. That's the next complaint that's going to go out in regards to yourself, is the Consumer Product Safety Commission. And I may send that out anyway, but let's not make it happen any more so than it may very well happen, if you understand what I'm saying. So there's a lot of tools up my sleeve, and I understand legality very well. I understand the facts very well. And you might think you're being cute and funny and sweet and lovely and all this other crap, but I'll tell you something. Once again, you don't have to answer to me. You don't have to answer to me. You have to answer to federal and state officials. That's who you have to answer to. Not to me. Once I submit these complaints, it's hands off for me, and I move on to the next individual that is breaking these federal statutes or even state statutes. Once again, Robert H., for the love of your God, for the love of your God, for the love of your Christ, all I can say to you is think before you act. And on that point, you guys have a good one. Bye-bye.